53 and a half years now, almost 54. I wanted to talk to one of my fondest memories. When we first came to New Milford, we were very young. We had teaching positions here, and we had both graduated from college, and 2 weeks later got married, and a week after that we moved into our apartment on East Street in New Milford. We had been married in a Lutheran church, which was my husband's faith, and at that time the pastor at his church did not recognize the name of the Lutheran church here in town. So he said to us, let me just check on that. And after he did, he found out that it was a Missouri Synod Lutheran church. And he said, oh no, you don't want to go there. You want to go to an evangelical Lutheran church if you go to any. So we decided that we would go with my faith, which had been Methodist. And my fondest memory is of Sunday mornings, every Sunday, hearing the bells ringing all over town. We were living right across from what is now the Chinese restaurant, I think, across the street from CVS. It was a great place because I was teaching at East Street and Donnie was at the high school, so we only needed one car, and it was really a wonderful time of our lives. But the bells on Sunday morning were incredible. We could hear the Episcopal Church, the Congregational Church, St. Francis, and our little white church up on Elm Street ringing away, calling us all to service. We walked to church on Sunday mornings, which was always an interesting adventure, watching all of the people heading in different directions going off to church themselves. The bell has always been really important to me. Music is one of my loves, and so the bell ringing just had a very special sound to me. In 1969, this church decided that we needed to expand. Our congregation had expanded, and we decided that it was time to build elsewhere. So they found this property here across from Pettibone School, and in 1969 the stone was laid in the corner of the foundation. By 1971, I believe, we were into the lower part of the church. My biggest sadness at that point was that we had no steeple, and we weren't going to have a steeple. So the bell was stored, I believe, in the garage, and it sat there for many years until we had the top of the building, the church built, and we were settled in. There was a small sign down front that told everybody that this was the Methodist church at that time, and the bell remained in the garage. And then we had a new sign put up front, which left a nice big spot for the bell to go in. Because the bell had a crack, it never got rung, and so it sat down there for a number of years until they decided that we needed to have more signage down there. And so they took the bell out and added space for pastors' names and times of services and things. So the bell went back into storage. Back in, I'm not sure how many years ago, Don Cairns approached, and Art Putnam was on the trustees at the time. Don Cairns approached the trustees saying that he knew of a young man, a Boy Scout, who wanted to earn his Eagle Scout badge. He was willing to clean up the bell, paint it, and with help restore it to a place here in the front of the building. Tom Nixon was able to get a granite slab to put it on, and this young man painted the bell and helped with the installing of it. Since then, the bell has sat out front and been rung 3 times each Sunday morning, calling us all to worship. I can't hear it anymore out on Long Mountain, but I know it's there, and I know it will ring while I'm waiting to go down the aisle with the rest of the choir and sing to the beauty of God. It's been a blessing for us. We've been blessed as a church to have that bell all of these years. If you look at the bell, the crack was turned so that we could ring it, and each Sunday one of the ushers asks somebody different to go out and help him ring the bell. It is a beautiful part of our history and a beautiful memory for me.